Chronic's a Rabbit Hole. And Luis Santa, thank you so much for your YouTube membership request. You are bringing Florence and the Machine back down the rabbit hole, and we are back at Lungs. And I can't wait to get back to this amazing concert and album and to see what is in store for us today. The song today is Falling.
You got it, and that's why I was smiling, because she didn't ask what song it was first, but she's good at reading, so good for her. Thank you all Chronicans for being here. In case this is your first time here, my name is Kyle, aka Chronic.
And I'm Alana, aka Thumbnail Lady.
And we're very excited that you're stopping by with us today. Like Alana mentioned, we are here from Symphony of Lungs. We're doing the first album called Lungs, and we are finishing off this concert with Falling, so we're gonna watch the end of the concert with all the applause and all that too. I'm curious, I don't think I've ever asked this. What was your prom like, and did you go to a prom?
So I had Avery when I was very young, so I graduated, and Avery walked me up the aisle for graduation when he was like 3 years old. So that was really cool. And then I left graduation early, and I was of age to drink, and I went to A&W with my family and dropped Avery off with my dad and went to the bar in my prom dress.
Wow.
That's how my prom went.
That's legendary.
Legendary. Legend.
I thought she might have asked how mine went, but it doesn't look like
I'm
it.
sorry.
So we'll keep going. I'll tell y'all at the end if you still want to know. Come here.
Thank you so much.
So grateful as always. Look at her. What a change of tone.
It is. We went from high energy to somber.
I've fallen out of favor and I've fallen from grace, fallen out of trees and I've fallen on my face, fallen out of taxis, out of windows too. I fell in your opinion when I fell in love with you. Oh, 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 oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sometimes I wish for falling, wish for the release, wish for falling through the air to give me some relief, because falling is not the problem. When I'm falling, I'm at peace. It's only when
she's falling, she's at peace.
it causes all the grief.
Oh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What a good poetry.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I love that.
Yeah.
This is a song for a scribbled out name that my love keeps writing again and again. This is a song.
Oh, this is still gonna explode. You know it.
That my love keeps writing again and again and again and again and
Yes.
again and 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 again. I have danced myself up, drunk myself down, found people to love, left people to drown, and I'm not scared to jump, I'm not scared to fall. If there was nowhere to land, I wouldn't be scared at all.
Wow.
Sometimes I wish for falling, wish for the release, wish for falling through the air to give me some relief. Because falling is not the problem. When I'm falling, I'm at peace. It's only when I hit the ground it causes all the grief.
Wow.
Wow.
That song hits, especially when you know her journey.
I have never met a singer like her.
And what about her?
There's like
Thank you so much. Good night.
Perfect way to end that, because it is the perfect way. We'll explain once this is done, giving it its credits, because credits due here. Because everyone behind that was all a masterpiece, and
it was.
really thank you, Santa, for helping us go through that, because there was the first album mixed with some other awesome gems. But what about her singing is so special for you, and what happened at the end there that you were like, oh my god?
The thing that really stands out for me for Florence is the reverb in her voice and how she uses it.
Yeah.
Because she's able to hold it for so long. She's mastered that reverb. And often when you hear singers, they're not doing the reverb as often, or they're using it to add emotion in small increments throughout a song.
Okay.
But Florence almost overuses it without overusing it.
She has it's like a quiver.
It's like that quiver, that
Yeah.
reverb, the there's an actual word for it and I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
But when you're singing, like, you don't want to use it too much or like rely on it. But the way that Florence weaves the emotion throughout her music and the way that she writes her songs is it almost requires that reverb or that quiver in her voice, because it amplifies the emotion that much more without being overbearing.
Yeah, and it shows the anxiety and the angst between the decisions that she's
Yes.
making, because she says, I'm
Absolutely.
actually okay with falling. It's landing somewhere that actually gives me the stress, because committing to something and fully
Yeah.
going all in is something she's explained that is difficult for her, say in relationships and all that. Music is
Absolutely.
ever growing when you can always keep changing, so you can always change your style, never feel too attached to what you are. So that's the freedom in there. That's the falling.
Mhm.
Falling in a way is searching for something. It's an adventure itself. It's not
Yes.
landing at the destination and then staying in the house. And I think that's really cool that I'm assuming this is from her first album with Falling. I think that's a perfect way to end it, because I know so many, I would say a lot more girls when I was growing up that had this mentality of like, I'm okay spiraling. It's actually fun. But once the commitment happens on the good or the bad side of the spiraling, that's the difficult times.
Yeah.
I'm too bored, so maybe spiraling gives me the adventure, but maybe I'm just falling because I am spiraling because of something that happened. So I can see why Florence just really reached out to a lot of females as well as males, but you can see predominantly in the crowds it's a very
Yes.
higher female type of yearning that I feel is being called. But
I
I know,
agree.
growing up with sisters, I can see why it really has hit that soul for the feminine.
Absolutely. And for me, it really hits my soul for the feminine, because I was the one who was always comfortable falling. It was
Yeah.
landing that's always been hard for me. My relationship with you has been the hardest thing I've ever done. Having my
Yeah.
children has been the hardest thing I've ever done, because that's when you have to fully ground yourself and say, I'm here and I'm going to continue to make it work, and I'm not going to fall anymore, because you can't even make the jump or stumble. It's not even always a stumble. Sometimes you're making that jump.
Running away is falling in a sense.
Running away is falling. So like going on the different adventures, and there's a different kind of adventure that you have. It's not a falling adventure that you have when you're with someone, but you can have that grounded adventure, but it has so much more it's just so much harder to do because now it's not just you, it's you and someone else.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that makes life harder just in of itself, even in a positive way. So it's crazy because Florence really is able to hit those notes within your soul with her voice, with her poetry, with what she's doing. The singing that she did. Normally with a singer we'll hear them just hold a note instead of at the beginning when she was almost like a wave. It was like a crashing wave over and over and over and
Yeah,
over
yeah.
again. So like
With all the things around her,
yeah,
she still can help you isolate just on her with just her
absolutely.
singing
Thank you.
ability itself. It's just the raw talent of her. Then when you get to mix in the whole symphony behind her, I can see why this is just a monumental moment for Florence and the Machine and her fans. So it's been really awesome to go check it out. It's the difference between the Odyssey and the Lungs. Love them both. It makes me want to check out even more albums from them. So
Absolutely.
hopefully you all do too and you're having a good time. And if y'all wanted to know anything about my prom, I broke my foot right before it. And
No,
everyone
really?
still wanted me to dance and it was really difficult. But you know me, I'm a trooper, so I went and did the 1 foot shuffle and it was amazing. So
That sounds amazing. That sounds very much like
I made
you.
it work. So hopefully you guys had a great time with this reaction. And well, if you did, hit the like button, comment down below if you want us to continue with the Florence and the Machine, because I think our friend Louise Santa probably has us covered. So make sure you hit that subscribe notification bell so you don't miss the next one. We are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. This was such an amazing treat being able to go through the whole Symphony of Lungs concert from start to finish with this. So, thank you, Luis Anna, for bringing us
Almost at least.
at least almost the whole thing. So, thank you for bringing us to this. This was such a journey, and I can't wait to see what else comes down from Florence and the Machine and from you, Luis Anna. So, peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care, and bye for now.